Hey guys, this is Reckless, and I'm back with a completely free-to-play Ice Beast team. I've been wanting to post a video for a long time, but I couldn't find a team that's completely free-to-play, and I finally found one. Okay, if you guys don't know about the ice and the wind, these two dungeons are actually really hard to be able to consistently get S rank because you guys won't be able to do enough damage to kill the boss before the boss uses the final skill. And once the boss uses the final skill, it's gonna most likely kill the whole. It's gonna wipe your team once on the third stage. So for beginners, when you guys trying to start farming the Rift dungeon, you're gonna want to get at least A plus. So if you guys are able to get A plus consistently on the water and the wind, and for the fire to get consistently A plus and sometimes S and SS, then it'll be then you guys then that's the time when you actually want to start farming these dungeons. If you can't, then you guys should hold it off for a little while. Okay. So for this team that I'm showing you today, consistently get A plus, and all these monsters is completely farmable or really easy obtainable. The only monster that you must summon is actually going to be the wind penguin, and he's actually only a 3 star, so he's really easily obtainable. So that's the reason why I chose all these monsters, because they're easily obtainable monsters. So because of that, there is definitely better options for some of these monsters, which I'll go over soon. Okay, let's talk about the rune quality first. So for Belladon, if you see Belladon right away, he's second awakening. If you using Belladon in front row, I would suggest you to second awaken Belladon, because once you second awaken Belladon, Belladon will have higher base stat, which will make the rune requirement not as high. Okay, so for Belladon, I have on a Swift Broken set, missing one rune, because most of my runes are a little grinded. So I want to show you rune quality that is more obtainable for you guys. Okay, so for my Belladon is actually really bad runed. I just gave him really random runes, and it's actually not what you want to aim for. Sorry about that. But these rune is still enough for this run. For the speed, you're gonna want 80 speed. Okay, around 80 speed is actually enough for this run. For HP, you're gonna want to be plus 14,000. Okay, so my HP is a little on the low side. And for defense, you're gonna want defense to be 750. So if I had any slot 3 rune, getting 750 defense would actually be really easy. But since I'm missing a rune, that's the reason why the defense is a little on the low side. For the accuracy, you're gonna want the accuracy to be plus 15. So mine is on a Swift set, speed, defense, HP. So you ideally you gonna want to get a triple energy set or a Swift energy set for this run. And so that'll be for beginner runes. That'll be best to aim for. Okay. And the next monster is gonna be Mauve. Since Mauve is a wind unit and the boss has elemental disadvantage against Mauve, Mauve doesn't need the runes could be a lot worse. Okay. So for HP you only need to be plus 10,000. So my Mauve has way too much HP. So defense you go actually, but you want the defense to be plus 1,000. Okay. So instead of giving so much HP, give a little more defense. For the speed, you can want speed to be plus 30 to 50. Accuracy could be 0 for this run, but if you're using it for TOA also, it's going to be plus 45. Okay? Actually, sorry guys, give me one quick second. Let me just re-ruin Mav, because I gave up my Mav is on a defense HP HP build. It will actually be better to give Mav a for this rune. Let me just remove it. Let's just give Mav any defense set, and that'll actually be way better. Because since Mav is front line, the boss Dorn of the Spear skill does damage according to how low the defense is. So the higher defense, the better, the less damage. So let me just give any. Okay, this is okay. Any bad rune, and that'll be okay. So now let's go back. Sorry about that small delay. Okay, so for the third monster is gonna be 1 out damage dealer, and it's gonna be DMRs. So DMRs is farmable and is a good damage dealer. That's the reason why I bring him. So if you look at my DMR set, it's gonna be on a broken violent will set. So will doesn't do anything here. So if you guys hit Dio on the Swift Blade set, getting these stats will be more than easy. So with this the stat right now I have no stat bonus, and I still able to get a decent stats. So if you guys are able to put on a Swift Blade set and give him more damage, more speed, the run will be a lot faster. Okay. So for HP, you're gonna want the HP to be plus 5,000, to defense to be plus 300. Okay. My HP is on the high side, but defense on the low side. For the attack, as much as possible. For speed, to be around 80. So about 80 speed, as much attack as possible. Crit rate, because we're using Dio leader skill, which is plus 24% crit rate for all your ally monsters. The crit rate you only need it to be 50 to 65, and that's more than enough. Crit damage to be as much as possible, and if you really need Dio Mars for his defense break on the second skill, accuracy to be plus 15%. Okay. Okay, for Lauren, this is one of the monsters I'm talking about that if you guys have a better option to definitely try to replace her. The only reason why I'm using her because she's a free to play monster and I have her built already. That's the reason why I'm using her. Okay. So if you can replace her with any wind damage dealer, like a Lucian, it'll be way better. Okay. So for HP, you're gonna want the HP to be plus 5,000, defense to be around plus 300, attack as much as possible, speed to be around plus 50. Once again, crit rate 50 to 65 because we're using Dio's leader skill. Crit damage as much as possible, and accuracy to be 25 is okay. So she already comes with 25, that's why I said 25. So you actually don't need to give her any accuracy at all. And she's only on a blade set, blade broken set. So if you guys could give her a triple blade, or maybe a swift blade, fatal blade, it'll be really easy to give her these stats, and it'll be even a lot better. Okay. Okay, so for Crow is gonna be the main damage dealer. You're gonna want to give Crow your best damage rune here. So if you guys could give Crow your best damage rune, this one will definitely be a lot better. So for the HP plus 5,000, defense to be plus 300, attack as much as possible, speed 40 to 50, crit rate 50 to 65, crit damage to be as much as possible, and accuracy to be plus 15%. Crow definitely needs to be second awakening for this dungeon too. Okay, if Crow is not second awakening, then you guys won't be able to get A plus. And once again, we want at least A plus to start farming the the Rift Beast. Okay, and if you guys have extra Devil Mount laying around, you go want to try to second. You guys want to try max skill the third skill. Okay, and the next monster, the last monster is gonna be Fran. So if you another really good replacement for Fran is gonna be Chasun. But since Chasun is a nat 4, I I choose to use Fran instead because Fran is a farmable monster. Okay, you gonna want you gonna want Fran to be on um like probably a swift energy set or a triple energy set. So my Fran is actually on only a will set here, a broken violent and will set. So if and I still and the stat is still more than enough. Okay, so since Fran is backline, Fran ideally will only need plus 10,000 HP and defense to be plus 300. Okay, speed to be the fastest on the team, preferably around 100. So you give Fran a speed set with slot 2 speed. That right there is ready for 42 plus around 25. That's already 70. Was that 77? So it will be really easy for you guys to be able to get around 100 speed. HP plus 10,000. If so, speed HP. That alone is gonna be plus 12,000 with the flat bonus for the slot 5. You could probably easily get plus actually 15,000. So mine's actually on attack and HP. So that's the reason why her HP is only plus 14,000. Okay, so once again, you're gonna want the HP to be plus 10,000, defense to be plus 300, speed to be plus 100, accuracy to be plus 15, and that's gonna be fine for the back line. Okay, so let me start the run and talk about some really important stuff. Okay, so if the reason why you want to replace Fran with Chasun if you have Chasun is because Chasun's skill 3 is on a 3-turn cooldown, and the attack buff lasts for 2 turns. So it's only on 1 turn. The attack buff ideally will not be up, and since Chasun will be your fastest monster, it'll definitely only be 1 turn that the monster is not on a with attack buff. So since we're using Mauve on the team, which we set the cooldown by 1 turn, Chasun will be able to consistently use her third skill, so the monster will be consistently having the attack buff, and because of that consistency, the damage output is going to be increased. But since Fran is actually on third skill is on a 4-turn cooldown, and the attack buff only lasts for 2 turns. So right now, even with Mauve skill reset for 1 turn, is only going to be for 1 turn. There's going to be no attack buff. And because of that, the damage might not be as consistent. Okay, so that's the reason why you're going to want to switch Fran. And if you look at Lauren, just look closely to Lauren damage. Lauren damage is actually really low for this run. Because she's a light monster, so she doesn't have elemental advantage. That's number one, and because her attack multiplier is actually really low, and she has a really low base attack. Her base attack is only around I think 6 plus 680, which is really low. Lucian base attack is I think it's like 900. So the difference is so high. So if you guys could have a like a monster like Lucian or any wind damage dealer, the run will be a lot faster. Okay, so what we're aiming for right now in this one is only A plus. So we're not aiming for S or higher, because for early game players and for like just beginner player, getting anything higher than A plus is going to be once again really hard, because you guys won't be able to do enough damage to kill the boss before the boss use her final skill. And in this run, look, as you guys can see, even on only the level 2, the boss is still going to use his final skill. So on the last stage, if the boss is able to use the final skill, it's definitely going to most likely wipe your team. So and that's the reason why it's going to be really hard to get S or better. And this is also true for the win one. So so as long as you guys get A plus though, it's gonna be more enough for you to start farming these dungeons, the rift dungeons, because if you guys get A plus, you guys will be guaranteed I think 7 to 8 of the element crystal, whichever element you're farming, 7 or 8 of them. The condensed magic crystal, you go at least get 2 of them, and the pure mana crystal is gonna be 0 to 3, something like that. So the reason why we want A plus is for the guaranteed condensed magic crystal, and there's a lot higher chance to getting the pure mana crystal. So for this one, since you guys see we've already got above 2 million, once you get above 2 million, you can actually end the battle, get the A plus score right away, and just start the next run so it'll be faster to farm the rift beast. Okay. So let's see what we get. So with A plus, we were able to get 8 of them, so 7 or 8 of them, and we were able to get 3 of the condensed magic crystal. So if you get only A, I think for A is I think you only get about 5 of the crystal for the element, and the condensed magic crystal you only get 1, and then the pure mana crystal is completely luck. So that's the reason why you want to be able to farm at least A plus in order for you to start farming the Rift Beast, okay? So I'm be posting the video on the Wind one as soon as possible. I'm still trying to find a team that's completely free to play, which is the reason why it's taking a little longer than I expect. But I'm almost there. I'm just got to rune up the monsters and give a few test runs before I try it out. So on any of my videos, I do at least 20 test runs before I post the video up, because I want to make sure that the teams are completely like stable, and it's complete stable teams to get the results that I want to show you guys. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give my video a like and support my channel by just clicking on the subscribe button, and it'll mean a lot to me. Okay, thank you guys for watching the video, and I'll see you in the next one.